All right, Paul, so what we have here is a converted sun porch. This is the back of the house. Out back, you'll see that there is an abandoned swimming pool slide, and the pool itself is way over there. Why it's over there and the slide is over here, I don't know, but that would require investigation. This actually was going all the way through the sun porch, through these windows. This is built in. That porch actually at one point went all the way through here. See, that's why there's such a significant difference in height from the floor. We have two pipe radiators throughout. This is the formal living room with the wood paneling that's been painted in an effort to get past FHA inspections. Nice built-in sideboard. Have the fireplace here. You see we have an AC cable, low voltage. Up here, not gonna be able to see it without a flashlight, so let me get that going. You see we have actual plaster back here. You can read what it says. Plaster and lab throughout. Okay, going on. Fireplace, still not, it's actually been sealed and is no longer functional. It's a big one, actual. Have this formal living room. We have some damage in the ceiling that needs to be dealt with, but you'll notice that all of this is old growth lumber. Look at the wood here, it's actually been rough hewn. We have two pipes up here, so I believe we have two pipe system, 1 and 2, going throughout. So this is all post and beam construction, Paul. Have a formal entrance coming here with side lights. French fireplace. So what we actually have going on here is a true ingle nook. Now this is what the wood should look like on the other side of the house. They decided to go ahead and cover that up. We'll go into the basement before we go to the upstairs. This is the butler's pantry. This window would need to be redone. That goes upstairs to some living space, which we'll look at in a little bit. So here's the kitchen. It's obviously a gut job. The kitchen has what used to be a little shelf for your telephone to sit inside while the connection was there. Refrigerator probably sat in front of all of it, blocking access to the bathroom. Down here is the basement. Back door to get out, actually, and then the basement itself. I'm gonna show you, we have a storm door coming out. We have insulation everywhere. The insulation's fine. The way this is all built out looks like to me the space was intended. We have, let's see, we have copper piping all throughout here and a mixture of PVC and cast iron waistlines. We have a workspace over here, which is very good sized, and a dryer coming out. It's not very well vented. A nice tool area, and again we have notched out wood here. We have, this is all, like I said, it's all post and beam supporting everything. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. What I would like to see with this illegal plumbing here, washing machine connection there, what I would like to see is if we can get this plumbing turned around. I'll talk to you about that in a second. So here we have our boiler, which is, the venting may be okay, but that's about all that's okay about it. That's below the fireplace over there. That's one of the beams over here. And over here we actually have a steel W-beam or an I-beam actually still doing its job, fully supporting the house. There's no sagging or bouncing in any of the floors. This glazing down here, this might have been anything, including a solarium. Any number of things could have been going on here, and this is all just fluffy insulation. So here again, from upstairs plumbing, we have a drain line and a clean out come down here. This goes out to the actual, under the front of the house. We have an electric system here. It's a 200 amp panel. It's in disrepair, obviously. It needs replaced or dealt with. So all this plumbing that's coming, as I said, is going across here, and then it goes this direction Where does it go? Let me get the flashlight going. So it goes over here, and then it drains out to the back of the house into a septic. What I'd rather have is that we get it so that it turns around and goes across and out the front of the house to the city sewer, assuming it actually has it. And I'd also like to replace the oil tank here, either abandon it in place if we can, or have it removed, because I don't want oil. I would want to have natural gas, and I think that could be happening. Fireplace clean out. So this is a partial concrete floor. Some of it is actually come out and turned into dirt. That's fine. Going back upstairs now. We'll take a look at the stairs here. Narrow stairs, that's fine. Coming up, we have a bedroom. Out there, you'll see that we have some rolled roofing. And out there is a garage. It has its own service panel. 2-car garage. Could be reactivated, turned in. Here, it's really cute. You actually have a little panic room for the kids to hang out. They probably crawled in there and started playing with the crayons. It's hilarious. They have custom-sized windows pretty much everywhere. They ran new wiring throughout here to allow it to pass some type of inspection, but apparently it did not. So I'm not sure what it didn't pass. As you can see, they patched the floor over there, but this house just keeps going. No sagging in the floor. We have the attic. Now in the attic, I'm not sure what to make of that, realistically speaking. I know that the chimney needs to be pointed and probably just relined. Needs a new liner and may need some flashing around it. I don't know. But you do see that there's some happenings up there. The bathroom actually has a window. That's a great thing. Vent fan, some action going on over here. Look at this artwork. Isn't that cute? It's the cutest thing I ever saw. Over here, I'm not going to open that up, but that goes into a above ceiling roof access. You can see the rafters and all in there. Some action going on down there. That is below the floor. From the second story, you can see there's knob and tube in there. Again, Paul, they ran wiring everywhere so that we'd be able to see what's going on. This is actually turns into a bit of a closet back here. Very interesting. More paint. Now here's where we see some creepy stuff. We see water infiltration up there, and then we have actual collapse of ceiling here. What I don't know is if that was pushed out because somebody crawled out there trying to do something and it popped or what. But again, more beautiful artwork, and the house keeps going. Look at this, Paul. I mean, just look at this. Just look at this. It's beautiful. Now, we get over here, and we'll come back and look at something else in a second. So this window actually fell out, but then you see the ceiling here came out. Looks like they were trying to run some wiring down here and failed miserable. But even here, I don't see water damage as much as I just see somebody fell through the ceiling, looks like. And then I see access back here. The attempt at a plumbing system that may or may not have been successful, and certainly would be desirable for me to have it in there. And I see new wiring mixed with knob and tube. In here I see an old work box and a 1x2 on the flat with an existing outlet down here. Comes up and does something really strange. That's just not safe. So that would need to be dealt with. But look, okay, so that's what I was going to show you. Notice how the roof actually comes across the doorway here. I'm not sure what they were thinking when that happened. But there's holes popped pretty much everywhere to run wire. Then you look over here to this crazy looking thing. This is the tiniest little shower I ever saw in my life. It's crazy. So now we come down the stairs. House just keeps going. Got proper headroom clearance. I'm standing straight, no problem. Beautiful. So we've already been over there. And finally, we're back to the fireplace. Now let's go outside and take a look. So that's the oil fill tube, which I'd like to see abandoned. Front of the house, comes over here. You can see it's proper vented. It's beautiful on the outside. Brick, stucco, and stonework facade. There's one chimney. And over there is the second one. Now the second one, you'll notice you see some roofing covering up on the top here. And there's no spark arrestor. Obviously you wouldn't have that now because it's been set for oil-fired furnace to vent. This is a huge 2-acre lot. It's a single meter here. Electric coming up for some reason. So I got 2 weather heads. That I'm not sure why. So you can see how the house just keeps going. Damage there. So here's the yard again. Mysterious well. And over there you'll see the fireplace. I think right now this backyard is nothing more than a tick farm. So I'm not even going to try to go out there. But you'll see these 3 beams over here. They're actually carrying load. They're not decorative. Those are actual structural. And I'd want to see if we can save those. The roof, I can't back up far enough, but I'm thinking that it needs replaced. So there's, and, oh, here's another thing that I found interesting. So this was that space underneath the house where we went to a minute ago. Here, you notice the dryer vent comes out and terminates badly. It's like they put vinyl siding on the back here, cheaping out. Maybe they had to, I don't know, but it's cheap and he didn't do it right. There's that basement walkout. Got rolled roofing. Might have been hidden gutters at one point, not sure. That door does exist. It was actually at the bottom of this, at the landing of the stairs when we first walked into the basement. But you see they got tarp over the roof. So it's going to need new roof shingles in at least a few places. The garage out here, the doors are shot. The service panel needs replaced. Structurally, I looked at it already, and I'll show it to you now since we're here already. It's got a drain. It all pitches to it as opposed to coming out. Interesting. Then you have some old unworkable garage doors, but everything in here structurally appears to be in good shape. Beautiful old school post and beam construction once again, coming out. And there's the old Edison fuses as you might expect to see. They go underground and go back to the house. Do what they're supposed to do. All right, so that completes the look. Need to know what your thoughts are. We're thinking at least $1, maybe $1.25 for renovations because this is a big ass house. It needs some work, obviously. It needs a professional company to come out here and bushwhack and empty the backyard. That's not safe for anybody, even with a Kubota and a John Deere to run around and play in. So I'd want to write a check for that, but it'd have to be part of the deal. This entire lot, 2 acres. Let's work here. Tell me what you think.